Now I want to head over to the AFC for a second and talk about the AFC East. Now the Jets had a big win yesterday over the Bills. You've been talking about the Bills for a long time, Robert, about how the Bills tend to kind of play to their competition a little bit. Tend to maybe struggle in some of these games they really should win. And the Jets have had a good season. There's no doubt that Robert Saleh has that team believing in themselves. They're keeping the receipts. They play inspired each and every week. And it's great to see that the Jets are good again. It's great to see that both teams in New York are relevant again, to Beardo's Giants point. But there is something that is much, much bigger than just what happened yesterday, and that is Josh Allen. Because if Josh Allen is hurt, if he is seriously hurt, the Bills' season is over. And as of right now, in what looked like a little bit of a weird tinge in his elbow, looked like something that didn't quite feel right in the later stages of that game, a lot of people chalked up to, just got tackled a weird way. Could be a lot worse. Bills' Josh Allen says he's feeling slight pain in right elbow after loss. Sean McDermott gives update. Right now, they're concerned about a UCL injury.
Yep.
And there's a good reason why. I want to show you guys the clip that it looks like Josh Allen did get hurt on. This is late in the fourth quarter here. Watch this.
Ooh.
That's kind of a weird look. There's going to be weird pressure on that arm as soon as that guy comes in there.
That's
and
the
you're starting to go
worst way
forward.
to get hit like that. Ow.
Not great. But then I think more importantly, the very next, and he was holding his elbow a little bit. I noticed when I was watching the game, he was holding his elbow a little bit after this. This was the next play, which now it looks very telling, but this is not a Josh Allen type of throw. Watch this play right here. Has time to step into this throw. Comes up really short.
Yeah.
Which I didn't think anything of it when that happened in the game. But now that we're talking about potential ligament injury, now that we're talking about this for Josh Allen, that could be bad news. Now they're still doing tests and they still don't know. But what's your outlook for the Bills if Josh Allen can't go, Robert?
I think that that they would definitely be in trouble. The backups are decent, but Allen was playing at a unique level, especially this year. At times last year, but it was a little bit erratic. As you note that, they lost to the terrible Jaguars last year. This year they lose to the Jets. And offensive implosions were the common denominator in those games. But otherwise, he, the best offense in the league this year, putting up crazy offensive stats. Last year they benefited from a weak schedule, and their defense actually helped pad a lot of their numbers. This year it's just been, extraordinary offensive ability. I'd always been concerned with Allen's injury risk, but I thought it would come from running. Because he runs so much and he runs kind of recklessly and carelessly. Those guys just tend to get hurt at some point in the league. Above average injury rate compared to quarterbacks on average. I wouldn't expect it to be this kind of fluky kind of thing. But it would be major trouble for the Bills if Allen can't go.
Yeah, and when you look at the backup situation there, you got Case Keenum, who you can win a game or two for you. Case Keenum can, hold the line if he needs to for 2 games. You're not going to win a Super Bowl with Case Keenum. What do you think, Beardo?
Yeah, and I kind of forgot Case Keenum was there. I actually kind of thought that their backup was still Matt Barkley, but you're right, Case Keenum is there. And, going down the stretch, if it's a few weeks, if Allen is out, if it's 2 weeks or a week or 2 weeks, you might be able to get by depending on who the Bills play. But if this is a season ender, if this is something that they say, hey, you know what, if you want to have a long, healthy career, you need to sit this rest of the season out, especially if there's going to be surgery involved, then you can call it goodnight for this season. But yeah, it sucks. They're another team that just made a big deal at the trade deadline to trade for the Colts running back Hines. So they expect to win this season. This is their season. Going into the season, they were the best team in the AFC. We all predicted them to be better than the Chiefs. And it really did look like in the AFC, this was their chance. And if Josh Allen goes down for the season, I think the Bills season is over.
And not only this season, if this is a UCL injury that cannot be, helped by, sitting out a month or whatever, and they actually do need to go Tommy John, as we know, that could be more than just this season.
Yeah, he'll probably sit out all of next season too. It'll be until the 2020-24 season where we see him.
Potentially, obviously people have different recovery times. We never expected, Adrian Peterson to come back as quick as he did from his ACL tear. May have been more than just a healthy body involved in that recovery, just a guess. But either way, if you're a Buffalo Bills fan, you need to be in panic mode right now and praying for good news coming out for Josh Allen in the next couple days. I did want to go ahead.
Sorry, I was just going to make a comparison. I mean, I know Ben Roethlisberger was towards the end of his career. He was a lot older, so the recovery time is probably a little bit longer. But he is a quarterback that had recently gone through a Tommy John surgery. And then that season after he had that Tommy John surgery, he did not. His throwing power was just a noodle arm. He did not look good. Then he played one more season after that, a little bit better. But then, he was at the tail end of his career, and he retired after that. That is the most recent case that we have to compare to Tommy John injury and recovery for a quarterback in the NFL. But yeah, it was Roethlisberger towards the end of his career. Josh Allen, a much younger body, healthier body. So if that is the worst case scenario, it'll be tough for the Bills going forward.
It'll prove God hates Buffalo.
Yes, as if anyone needed any proof.